longest-serving woman in the Senate, Diane Feinstein of California, passed away at 90 years old today. Very, very sad moment. But of course, the corporate media is celebrating her as a titan and a moderate historic figure. And that's fine when you ask yourself, when has the media treated the passing of a prominent conservative in the same light? Rarely, if ever. But what's worse is this. Before she even died, the same media that's celebrating her seemed more concerned with who Gavin Newsom would replace her with if the seat was vacated.
You were going to abide by it would be essentially a caretaker, an African-American woman.
We hope we never have to make this decision, but I abide by what I've said very publicly on a consistent basis, yes.
Well, that was almost 3 weeks before her death, and they were already talking about a replacement. It's like having children openly talk about how they'll spend your inheritance before you even die. Where's the common decency? This is a Democrat Party in a nutshell. At the end of the day, it's not really about the person. You're just a means to an end, which is common justification for liberal policy, because the only thing that matters is power and advancing woke left-wing politics, especially in California. But ask yourself this, instead of a black woman, why not a black man? Or if we're in the mood to play identity politics, why not a Latino or Latina? Latinos are the largest ethnic group in the state, accounting for 40% of California's population. So why not a Latino? As you can see, by not appointing simply the most qualified person based on merit, it always could be discriminatory. Join me now, California congressional candidate for the 43rd District, Joe Collins. Now, no offense, Joe, you're a black man, but you're a minority. If the whole idea behind Newsom saying, I'm going to appoint a black woman means that he's diverse or something, why not represent a bigger portion of the state, Latinos or Latinas? Your thoughts? Joe?
Well, I think, the last time the seat was vacated when Kamala Harris became the vice president, they got the other guy that's in right now, the senator. I can't think of his name, but we do have a Latino senator. But, I understand Gavin Newsom has a duty to the state to try and get the most qualified person in office, but that's not what the Democrats do. They elect people based on race, gender, and sexual orientation. And so far, that's not working out for California. And when you look at the amount of failures that Gavin Newsom has had over the years with the state running a deficit, I think Gavin Newsom probably want to sit this one out.
Yeah, true. And Kamala Harris, Joe Biden said he would pick a running mate, his vice presidential running mate, before he was elected. She would be a black woman. And then he also said it was going to be a black woman who was going to be the Supreme Court justice that he brought in. And, of course, that is working out so famously for both of those, right, Joe?
Yeah, a little bit. You know what? I keep asking myself every day when I hear Democrats talk about women, how do they know what a woman is? I mean, we have a Supreme Court justice who literally said that she could not define what a woman is. She didn't know the definition of a woman because she wasn't a scientist. These are the type of people that we're dealing with. I think, we got elections right around the corner, so we need to let the best qualified person win that seat and one that the people vote for win that seat, not picking people because they're black or not picking people because they're gay or LGBTQIA. Five persons need to be elected into office. One of the biggest issues that nobody is even talking about right now is the fact that we're talking about replacing a senator that is 90 years old. This tells us that our country is being ran by senior citizens who are so out of touch with the United States that they're allowing people to die in office. And frankly, I just don't think that's right. We have a lot of young politicians like myself who are running for office, who really want to do great things for our community, yet the seats are being held up. It shows the greediness of the politicians that we have in office and the greediness of people willing to try and maintain power for their party, for the sake of the party, not for the American people. Man,
that is refreshing, Joe. You're so right. I mean, the old phrase, the old sayings, you don't want your heart surgeon or your airplane pilot to be hired on a diversity platform, ticket, or reason, and it should apply the same for politicians. You pointed out on both sides of the aisle, Joe. We have Mitch McConnell, who freezes for 30 seconds at a time. You got Feinstein, who's now passed away, but you have Joe Biden, who doesn't know where he is half the time. Steny Hoyer, Nancy Pelosi's 80. You are so right. You're young. You're a go-getter, and we wish you luck. Joe Collins, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, more balance next.